This is spEarz to the streets. Get down to the beat, or get beat down in the street.
A ladder match for a title with Money in the Bank just around the corner wasn't really the best way to sell this contest in the more famous half of the Twin Cities. Still, the women drawn from the SmackDown rafters found a way to put on for the division for the closing night of Summerslam weekend. One thing that always annoys me with pro wrestling is the gaudy, extended intros for every wrestler with pageantry that gets played up to the extreme on big events like this. I usually tend to skip these processions, but Lash Legend made the entrances in this contest a must-see, blasting Charlotte Flair before she could even get through the ropes, setting off the contest from there with her program of dominance, leading to her setting up the first ladder. The Flair vs. Stratton blow-for-blow program was a sight, and even though Chelsea Green eventually turned her tag partner Stratton into a cannonball, forcing her from the top of the ladder on one occasion into the rest of the competitors, in this matchup, they actually turned me into a supporter of their tag title quest for conquest. Who wouldn't want to see those two twirl around with interlocked hands like schoolgirls after downing some opponents yet again? That one spot with Green on top that could have spelled trouble in paradise between the two was quickly capsized with the WWE baddies showing up in purple and white, matching their leader Jade Cargill, giving Green a solid beatdown that left her in a tree of woe on the bottom rung of a ladder for the remainder of the match. Note that Cargill had also jaded Green nearly through one of the ladders earlier. Green taking the hardest bumps in a matchup is nothing new, but it's not every day the WWE Universe gets to see her come back from damage from a finisher weapon combo. And combos were the main attraction in this contest, since with the tournament leading up to this match, the WWE Universe had thought that they had seen it all from this cadre of females. Those chops from Flair on Lash Legend just weren't ringing out with as much charisma as they used to. But when Stratton countered Cargill's chokeslam with a backstabber, Minneapolis' hometown hope showed that there will be a breath of fresh air to depend upon in the coming years, way after Flair gets her just due in the form of a Hall of Famer ring. Speaking of things coming to pass, Chelsea Green earned the women's Undisputed title at SummerSlam. I used to think that Green was just a 2020 Eva Marie. But I've seen her in TNA, seen her come up from a jobber, both in the pro wrestling mainstream scene to even the underground erotic custom video scene, to actually seeing her live in Atlanta doing valet services at Goldberg's retirement. Bottom line, Chelsea Green has done everything. So when she rose up like the Undertaker on the rung of a ladder, no less, to climb up with nobody in her path to stop her, yes, there were shades of Green's past in battle royales where she would hide under the mat or whatever in an attempt to be the last woman standing, but then there's that history, and the baddie beatdown, and that finisher damn near through the ladder, and the spot, while even tossing Stratton off a ladder, she ended up giving the Twin Cities' finest a rub. Ladder matches during Money in the Bank is typically WWE creatives' designated time to elevate workhorses, but here at SummerSlam 39, this ladder match was no different. Chelsea Green has put in the hours to become the women's Undisputed champion, and when looking at the tail of the tape, there wasn't a better woman in that ring with Green's credentials to leave SummerSlam as the face of WWE's women's division.
This is spEarz to the streets. Get down to the beat, or get beat down in the street.